Well, we were talking just a few minutes ago about your experience of making this film and your experience of just being in the company of Jean-Luc Godard. And it's kind of starts with a hair lip.
Yeah. Before the shooting, he asked us, me and Zoe, the second actress, to send him a video of a bit of his text, but with a hair lip difficulty of pronunciation. So he made us watch a documentary about deaf and dumb people, and we had to reproduce a mix between difficulty of pronunciation of deaf and dumb, and I don't know if I pronounce it well, sorry, and hair lip difficulties. So he told me that I would wear the hair lip, which I do. I don't know if you saw it. I had a prosthesis every day. So I was the one wearing it. And I thought the first day of the shooting that I would have to talk really, really with a lot of difficulties. But little by little, he told me less, until it's almost normal. But that's why sometimes I'm talking really in a weird way. And I think he did that to make us learn to talk by scratch, to put us back to the degree 0 of language, so we could be completely available to have any kind of talking with any kind of language.
Yeah. And we were saying that there are many moments in his films that look like they've just kind of happened. That things, look like they've just kind of occurred, but where in fact he's done take after take after take until he gets something exactly the way he wants it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't seem to me like that, because maybe I've done it, but it seems really detailed, like just do 5 steps and then tell this sentence. Do 2 more steps and then you push the table, doing lots of noise, then do 3 more steps and you turn towards him. It was so detailed, like every millimeter was counted. And also because one of the scenes, there's the TV in the back with the scene and the music. He was also like a musician, an orchestra chief.
Conductor.
A conductor, yeah. And he was saying like, in the background, in the back of the camera, he was like putting the lines right because of the movements and the music in the background.
Yeah, and the timing of the images on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so. We had not much freedom, but it was also a real comfort for me to just do what he was asking, because I was totally trusting him.
Yeah, yeah. But when you say you had not much freedom, what did he want? Did he speak with you about you, the person playing the role? I mean, in other words, what did he want you to bring of yourself?
Not much. Actually,
Okay.
when we were asking questions, he was just trying to send us the furthest from the truth.
Okay.
He was just joking, saying that we wouldn't know anything about the real question. It was not really many explanations about what we were doing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, during the shoot, you said you never got to meet Roxy, your co-star. Yeah.
We were so disappointed. We were supposed to have scenes with him, but he was, or she was tired, or not in the mood, or just busy with Anne-Marie Mieville, his wife. So we never got to meet the dog. The star of the movie, the real star of the movie.
And then you were also saying there would be lulls in the shooting where there would have to be a break and you would watch movies?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Actually, he just told us you can go to a coffee in the street, and I said, can we watch a movie instead? He said, yeah, just pick one. And we were in his main room watching his movies, and he stayed with us watching his movies. 2 times or 3 times we did it. because there was some time we had to wait for the night to fall. That was really enjoyable to do that. We had lots of chance.
Yeah, and I think you were also telling me that he looked at every 3D movie.
Yeah,
he could get his hands
he's
on.
watched every 3D movie on Earth.
Yep.
Every single 3D movie.
I wonder what he thought of The Last Airbender. But any questions? Questions. Yeah. So the question is, how did Héloïse receive her dialogue? Back in the 60s, he would use your pieces to feed lines to the actors, but how did it work with Héloïse?
The script was big like that. 1 page of text, 1 page of images. Everything in the script that I received before the shooting was after in the movie. He knew exactly what was where, because there was lots of, extract of movies, extract of documentaries, of quotes, yeah. So he already did the editing for that before the filming with the actors. And so there was, I don't know how you say that, there was my photo from the trials before the filming that were sticked on the script.
On the script.
So I received the script already with my head on the picture. It was really weird, but really enjoyable. And that's a beautiful piece to read also.
This is a question in reference to the number of different kinds of cameras that were used to create the film, and the question is, did Héloïse have to modify her acting according to some of the different cameras?
Not really. There's one scene where there were the 5 types of cameras filming in the same time. Actually, it was very funny because he had a train track on the floor, little toys train. And they were all 3, Godard, his DOP, Fabrice Aragno, and his assistant, Jean-Paul Battagia. All 3 on the floor, putting all the cameras together. I know that I'm not answering the question, but I'm doing the... and so they were all 3 on the floor, putting all the cameras together to have this, traveling.
Yeah.
And so that's the scene where they're all together, but otherwise it was the Canon 5D or 7D, 5D I think. Sometimes with a big arm, sometimes just very small cameras, pocket cameras, but 3D. And we never knew before which one it would be, and I never saw a real difference in the directing. Except that we did more takes sometimes for the techniques, when it was harder for the installation, longer. Yeah.
I'm wondering if he actually had you look at some films by others. I mean, in preparation for the film.
Excuse me?
I'm wondering if he had you look at films by other people when you prepared for the film.
Just this documentary.
Yes.
No, nothing else. But I did my own preparation, trying to search where the quotes were from, and that was interesting to prepare the character, because it was the only thing I knew, and even during the filming, that was the only thing I had, because he didn't say anything.
Yeah. What did it mean? So to prepare this character, was that a different kind of experience for you? Obviously, in some way it had to be, than to prepare a character from a text, a dramatic text.
I couldn't really prepare something psychological. And as I said, just the first day of shooting, he said, "Do you have questions?" "No, you won't have any question." That was his an introduction. So my preparation was because I was sure I would have this hair lip strong difficulty, but otherwise I just discovered little by little we could go together. But because it's all about the editing, you never know what's gonna make with your sound or your picture or where it's gonna film you. You never know where it's filming you. You just discover little by little.
Well, then what was the experience like for you of actually seeing the finished film for the first time?
Amazing. I love it. I love it so much. That's what I expected because it's all in the script, as I said.
Yeah.
But the sound work is amazing. You cannot guess that it would be that strong with the music, the sound, and the editing. That is always so surprising. Such a poetic film.
Yeah. Well, it's a question about pre-planning, and then a question about the documentary footage. And when was it shot? But which footage are you referring to? The stuff that's called from other sources. Yeah, right.
It was mainly before. And for example, there's a shot of, I don't know if you remember, a parking where there's a beautiful shot. I think it's one of the most beautiful of the movie, where it's like taking a little high and following maybe a bicycle. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, it's a crane shot of boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was just a shot taken by Fabrice Aragnaud that was just trying the cameras before the shooting, and he thought it was nice, so he put it in the movie.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of the most beautiful shots of the movie.
How did Héloïse get cast in the film? What was the casting process?
Actually, he was looking for actresses on the web, and he saw my photo on an actor's website. And so I met his assistant during 45 minutes. It was filmed. And also I gave a DVD of a short movie. And then I was chosen without meeting him. And then he, like 2 months later, or something like that, he said, I think it would be easier to be with Switzerland actresses. Don't know why. But he did some shots with them and it didn't went well. So he changed his mind again and said, I want to meet Héloïse again. And that's when I met him for the first time in Paris. And we had this conversation for half an hour and reading the script a little, talking about life, tennis and dogs and hair, whether I would be hairy or not. And it was really relaxed and nice. I was really stressed to meet him, but he was really a gentleman and not even maybe trying not to be too stressful for me. And at the end of this interview, it was a big hug and then see you later. And I was sure it wouldn't be me because he met me and maybe he would change his mind. But then it was, okay, we're going to film in 1 month, be available, so I wasn't leaving, no holiday. And then it will be, no, it's in 6 months, okay. No, it's in 6 months again. So it was a really long process. It took a really long time. And finally we did it.
But were there different periods of shooting that were separated in time?
Yes, there were October 2012, and then we did more in November 2013, retakes and more sounds. I'm sorry. And we were also waiting a lot in the hotel because someday he wouldn't like to film because he was too tired or not in a mood. So the boss of the hotel told us that it was a usual filming of Godard for him because Godard always invites his actors in the same hotel in Lyon. And the director of the hotel told us that Michel Piccoli Isabelle Huppert, and I don't know who else of the King Lear movie, for example, were just waiting in the hotel for the next day of shooting. And they wouldn't know when it would be. And I was in the same situation thinking about Michel Piccoli waiting in the same corridor. And I thought, yeah,
Molly
it's going to be
Ringwald.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
A lot. Question about the retakes, how many times? A lot.
Was there one shot in particular that...
Yes, there was one shot in particular. Because he thought that Kamel wasn't pushing me enough. I think this shot is not in the movie, actually. He thought that Kamel wasn't pushing me enough against the wall, and he had to be more violent. So we did it again. And so finally, he did it himself, showing to Kamel how he had to push me against the wall. Like, you have to do it like that. Paf. And so we understood how we wanted it, and we did it 2 more times, but once he just pushed me against the wall, we were just laughing so much because it was unexpected, and I didn't suffer at all. It wasn't violent in this way, but it was just surprising. But this shot, I don't know why this day he wanted me to go against the wall again and again and again, but there was a lot of takes. And the same for the first day of shooting. The actor had to get my hair like that, but the actor who was doing my German husband wasn't there. He was in a theater, acting in Switzerland. So Godard, the first day of rehearsal, took my hair and did my husband, and he was like that. So it was the first introduction to him. So the first day, and I think the last day, was those 2 takes. Physical interactions. Okay. But no pain, just fun. I mean, that's what you could expect from him, and I had absolutely no pain. He's gentleman. Last time I saw him was last November, and he was really, really in a good health. We had very short time to do everything we had to do, and he was very excited and very full of energy. But in the video for Cannes, he looked tired, so I don't know. But I've heard he's fine. He's already working on his next project. That's also why he's not here.
Which is called Onomatopoeia.
I didn't know. And
he smokes a lot of cigars.
Oh, yeah,
right?
he smokes a lot. Yeah, so, yeah.
Any idiosyncratic Godard moment that you'd like to share?
Actually, I'm sorry, I don't know this word. Idiosyncratic? It's French, so I'm totally jet lagged. That's my only excuse. So, what could I say about the preparation, the movie itself, the
pushing
filming?
into the wall is good enough.
Yeah,
right?
that's a good one.
That's a good idiosyncratic moment.
What else? I think, yeah, he was just because I was naked a lot at his place. He's been putting the heater really warm. It was a sauna. And he kept saying me, put your socks on, put your socks on. And he gave me his own bath robe, full of his hair, never washed. I swear, it wasn't not washed. So I was wearing his genius hair. And he was really, yes, all around me, making sure I wasn't cold, giving me a glass of water when his assistant was filming for White Bunch, the production, saying me, it's film, so they will make sure that I take good care of you. So he's really, comment on dit, un coquin. He's really, he's full of humor. He's really fun, lots of fun, but it's not obvious. But I think he has a lot of humor, enormously a lot of humor. Yeah.
I want to thank you, Héloïse.
Thank you very much.
For coming.
Thank you.